Okay, Coach, football, of course, back in L.A. and back at StubHub Center in Carson, California. The scene a moment ago, unlike any other in the NFL for a lot of years. The crowd here in Carson might be half the size of a normal NFL stadium, but they are twice as loud as their Chargers get set to face off with the Baltimore Ravens. The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. They'll run it for the first time with Alvin Kamara. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. Tackle made there by Tony Jefferson.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
On second down, here's Boykin. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. A very good move, but for a short gain out near the 32. Call it a gain of 3, and that's going to bring up a third down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Boykin to throw on third. Open man, it's Allen. His first catch there, good for 10 yards and a first down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And he'll take this one up close to about the 45. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On second down, it's Boykin. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. Nothing on the screen that time. Now it's third down. Now they couldn't get anything going there out on the right side of the flat of the swing pass.
And didn't we have a discussion with their staff about wanting to get the backs more involved in the passing game? Huge emphasis for this game, but obviously the defense had other plans and really made a nice play.
They had the catch on second down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at third down here. From the gun, it's Boykin. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And the return stops just a little bit shy of midfield at the 48-yard line. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. Baltimore with good starting field position as they come up 1st and 10. On the ground with their leading rusher from a season ago, it's Alex Collins. And he'll be brought down right at midfield after a gain of only a couple.
Top-ranked kids love the idea that they might go in the first round. But sometimes you fall into the right situation when you don't. I think that happened for Uchenna Nwosu out of USC. He went to the Chargers, a team that gets after the quarterback of Joey Bosa and Melvin Ingram. Now he can do the exact same thing from his outside linebacker position. We just saw him get it done right there.
And the Chargers' temporary home, the StubHub Center in Carson, California, where he was born and raised. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
On 3rd down, Jackson. Hard throw, incomplete.
I will see more of them trying to get him the football out of the backfield. They love what he can do in open space, and they believe that he creates mismatches they can exploit.
Now Justin Tucker. He has hit from 61 in his career, so he has the leg for this. 64 was Matt Prater's record. This would top that by a yard. And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice, an ambitious effort, but it's well short. And this will remain a scoreless game.
Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
The Chargers getting set to go. That opening drive ended with the INT. It didn't lead to points, but still not the way they were hoping to begin the game.
But how about going and telling your defense, thank you, a huge thank you. You said it didn't lead to points, stalled off that drive. Now they've got a chance to redeem themselves and maybe reward their defense a little bit by putting some points on the board on this one.
Flex round! Flex round!
Now a pitch out to Kamara. And able to push forward for right around 3 yards down to the 42.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
They go play action with Boykin. Stepping up, he'll try and run. Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll get him a new set of downs. Last drive, remember, similar situation. He forced the ball into coverage through the pick. He learned better there.
Yeah, similar to a golfer that's confronted with a shot that you just can't make. Sometimes you have to take your medicine, as they say, right? Just pull it down, take off, and go. Don't make something worse than what it was.
Flex round! Flex round! Come on, let's go! White 90! White 90!
Again, this is Kamara. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Now they'll throw it with Boykin. The catch made by DeAndre Hopkins. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. First catch of the game for Hopkins. It's a 1st down. Throwing here, Boykin on first. Throw right side, complete to Williams. A gain of 6 there on first. Six yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
Flex round! Flex round!
Play action. Now Boykin. This will be caught just inside the 10. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. The Chargers passing game rolling a bit here. They've got another first. Throwing again here, Boykin. Steps away to his... And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A. DeAndre Hopkins hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Chargers have taken a first-quarter lead. Sturgis out now to kick this one off. The return man, Chris Moore. And he'll take this across the 25. A couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. The Ravens offense now, they get set and head back onto the field. You know, in our research packet this week, prepping for the game, so many articles from the local beat writer about the offensive struggles of this team and what will they do this offseason. What do you think they'll do?
Well, number one, they'll turn to their self-scouting report. And every team that's any good does this. They have outside groups. Check out their team, scout them, and tell you who can play, who can't play, and reasons why. Some of it may just be health. They have to get some guys healthy and back out on the field. But overall, evaluate this squad and make the changes that you need to.
He'll be brought down at the 43. Joey Bosa in on the stop.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here. And if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
They go play action now. Jackson. And that'll be incomplete.
The effort's always going to be there. Everyone's always going to try and make a catch, but underthrown balls, I think, are the toughest ones to come back and get because usually your momentum's going in the opposite direction when you're trying to stop, break, and come back and get it.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down.
Watch him now, Barney!
Now Jackson. Man open left side is Brown. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. First target, first catch, and a first down.
Detroit! Gone!
Throwing now, Jackson on first down. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Collins. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It's a pickup of 11 at a Baltimore first down.
Detroit!
Here's a first down run with Collins. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Now Jackson on second down. It's caught left side by John Brown. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down. This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though. They'll try and run forward with Collins. And brought down, but not before he was able to break the tackle, and the extra effort moves the sticks. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue. Jackson on first down. Drops it underneath for Collins. Gave a glimpse of his power that time. And then brought down at the 30. Give him 6 on the play, and it'll make it 2nd down.
And a nice gain and a broken tackle along the way, and really we shouldn't be surprised, should we? That's what runners do, especially the best ones. They break tackles and gain extra yardage.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Jackson now. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40.
Well, nothing takes a start to have a good drive quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
The Ravens on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12. Jackson from the shotgun. He can run for it, and he will. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. Decent gain on the scramble to 6, but now it's 4th. So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. From the left hash, it's an even 50-yard attempt. And no, it doesn't get there. Hits the crossbar, bounces back out. He had it on line, but it comes up about a rotation short. Well, he had that one on target. That's half the battle. The other half of the battle, however, is distance.
And he nearly had that, too. But it was the crossbar that said otherwise, and that'll deny him a shot at 3.
Let's go!
They go play action here on first down. He's going to look deep down the field. Hopkins, and this is caught inside the 5. A big play there for L.A. 56 yards.
That's a big-time pitch and catch right there. And, partner, I remember the days when quarterbacks would try this. They were holding their breath. But nowadays, they're counting on their receiver to be just a little bit better than the defensive back when it's one-on-one and the ball's in the air like that.
He's going to get it running right.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
He's going to get it running right. And he'll be stopped about a yard shy of the goal line after a pickup of about 3.
That's it, baby. Yeah, baby. Yeah.
2 minutes remain here in the first half. We'll come back to Southern California after this. They'll run it with Kamara, and he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and what to do now on 4th and goal. They run. It's Kamara. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles. A great play there. His 11th touchdown of the year. And the Chargers find a way to stretch their lead. Sturgis for the extra point. And that'll make the score 14-0. Sturgis out now to kick this one off. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points get that 0 off the board. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Lucky 56.
Now Jackson throwing again. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. Only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
On 2nd down, here's Jackson. He fights him off. And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. Now the Chargers are going to look up here and signal for a timeout as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. He's going deep for Brown. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. The Chargers offense gets set. They head back onto the field. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
Now Boykin on 2nd down. On the check down, he finds Kamara. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. 4 yards on the pickup, and they're going to face a 3rd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
On 3rd down, Boykin. And he's got a man open. That's Allen. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. Now the Chargers will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. This quarterback now nearly perfect. 9 of 10 in this first half. It's 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Boykin. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down. They got pressure there and only rushing 3.
And there's a defensive coordinator right now who is celebrating not just getting home with 3 there, but realizing if that's the type of pressure he can get in the entire game, then his pass defense is going to be excellent. You're dropping 8. Where are you going to go with the football?
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Now Boykin. The hook up on the right side to Hopkins. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And it'll be a 3rd and about 13. From the shotgun, Boykin. And it's caught. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the right hash at a bit of a tight angle. And Sturgis able to knock it through. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. Sturgis out now to kick this one off. Moore now on the return. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Out come the Ravens now. They'll go on offense first here in this 3rd quarter. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
They get 14 on that one. That's good for a Baltimore first down. They'll throw on first down with Jackson. Over the receiver, that's Hayden Hurst, the tight end. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. And a nice gain of 21 yards. So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. This is Collins on the handoff. And he'll take this one down to the 36. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got a chance to pin their ears back and get after him now.
Gun! 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 Detroit! Detroit!
On 2nd down, Jackson. Looking for Crabtree, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Denzel Perryman. And he'll bring this one back to the 29. Crabtree, the intended receiver, thought they had something going there to break that goose egg here in the second half, but to no avail.
Hope was alive until that interception. What a terrific play, taking the ball away after it looked like they were starting a drive.
And now that shutout still standing. You know that's something those defensive guys hold a lot of pride on, too.
No doubt about it. They're excited about where they are in this game.
They'll try to get the offense going with Kamara. And here now is spin. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Charger first.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Staying on the ground on first with Kamara. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. Now it's Boykin. Throwing the out route and complete. It's Hopkins. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a first down. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 43.
Ohio! Flex round! Flex round!
Off the play fake. Boykin. Over the middle, complete. That's Bowman. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
There are so many things to watch for when you play defense. And reading your keys, you always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there? And it sprang the big guy, didn't it?
Able to dump it over the top to him. This quarterback now 13 of 15 passing. That's good for 87%. It's 1st and 10.
Come on!
Boykin. Allen has it, left side. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 12 more yards there and another first down.
Doesn't matter whether it's a zone coverage or man coverage, the drag route can be effective when it's run well.
Now from the red zone, Boykin on first. He'll be hit and taken down at the 21.
It's interesting, partner, that most defenses try and guard the 35-yard line actively because they think the way kickers are nowadays, about a 52-yard field goal, they're kind of giving up points. But you get even deeper into territory, you get into the red zone, they're going to guard it even more, which means more pressure, more blitzing.
And Green with a catch left side. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there, freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
The Chargers on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2.
4 down, 4 down.
From the gun, it's Boykin. And this is complete. It's Allen. And he has the first down before he's tackled at the 5. Give him a gain of 4. Able to convert, and that sets up 1st and goal now. Now it's Boykin. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And he takes this down to about the 2 before going out of bounds. 3 yards is the gain that time. 2nd and goal.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
To throw is Boykin, eluding the pressure, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Carl Davis in there to bury him for a loss of 11.
When you're this close to the goal line, you got to expect pressure from the defense, so the ball's got to come out fast. Got to get out of his hands quicker.
Flex round! Flex round!
Third and goal, Boykin. That is caught inside the 5. 10 yards gets him closer, but now it's 4th and goal.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. Back now at the StubHub Center in Carson. It's Charger football, and they've got the lead as well as we begin the 4th quarter. And we'll begin it with a field goal try here. From the left hash, a chip shot here. And Sturgis able to knock it through. And the lead now increases to 20-0. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
This is taken at his 4. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. The Ravens offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know what, a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
23 yards on the pickup there and a first.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
On first, they go right back to Collins. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Corey Liggett makes the stop.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level, because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. The Ravens on third down. 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 10.
Detroit! Detroit! Gone! 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 Detroit! Detroit!
Here's Jackson to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Jason Barrett. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. He has been interception-prone here in his rookie season. How patient can they be with him?
That is the key question, isn't it? A lot of it depends on the head coach, what type of defense you have, and just a general understanding of the makeup of him. But the bottom line is, you posed a great question. Are they at the stage where they've run out of patience and now they get to demand production? Or do you continue to stay with him this way?
They start the drive on the ground. Kamara. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That one good for 13 and a Charger first. And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Right back to him on first down. And he picks up about 6 as he gets this down to the 41.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
On second down, it's Boykin. Going deep for Hopkins. He's got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Chargers. DeAndre Hopkins, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the interception by the Chargers D leads to a touchdown. They had to go to the monitor, get an extra look. That's what the technology is for, and this touchdown will count. Sturgis adds the PAT, and that stretches the lead all the way up to 27. Sturgis out now to kick this one off. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. The Ravens offense now, they get set to head back on the field. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
I think it's pretty evident we can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. Here's Jackson. Over the middle here to Brown. And all the way inside the 35 before he goes out of bounds. It's a big play there for Baltimore. 45 yards. So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 down at the 31. They run with Collins, and he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
Now Jackson on second down, and the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Lucky 56! Lucky 56! Gone! 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 Detroit! 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 Detroit!
Jackson now. He finds Crabtree for the completion. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. The Raven passing game getting in sync. Another 1st down. This quarterback now a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. Now a give to Collins. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
And as we've seen throughout this season, it's no picnic trying to score touchdowns against this unit. They're ranked number 1 against the run. But it's also difficult because it's not easy to throw the ball against them either.
On second down, here's Jackson. And that is caught. Well, they're going to see this one to the end. They get a score, but pretty much an exercise in futility right now. Still down big. So they will get on the scoreboard here. Give them credit for that. Too little, too late, but no zero. You're going slow clap on me.
Not very nice, is it?
No, but they haven't been very nice on offense. It's been a struggle. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that will get them one closer. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll be taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. The Chargers offense now, they get set to head back on the field. They had the double-digit lead at halftime, and they have continued to roll. They're hard to stop right now.
I think what we're seeing is an example of a team that has it figured out in this ball game. And whatever the adjustments are the defense has made, hasn't slowed them, hasn't phased them at all. They either anticipated them or they've been so far ahead that they just can't catch up.
Now it's just a search to add to the lead. They begin on the ground with Kamara. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Charger first. Alvin Kamara really settling into the league in his second season. And, of course, he came out of Tennessee, but not a lot of people remember he started at Alabama.
He did and got caught in that big mix of running backs at Bama. And they like those bigger, thicker runners, those guys who can break down defenses through the middle. Alvin Kamara ended up leaving Alabama, going to a junior college for a while. I believe he went to Hutchinson Junior College before matriculating at Tennessee and finding his way to the NFL, where he is now a star.
Time for a break. We'll come back to wrap this one up after this. A man who's been busy this afternoon, it's Kamara again. And down he goes just beyond the 35, but that pretty move got him some extra space to run. 7 yards on the carry, make it 3rd and 4 coming up.
That's what I'm talking about. Nice hit, boy. Let's go! White 90! White 90!
Now a handoff, running off, tackle right. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts, as they'll get it with just over 90 seconds to go in the ball game. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. Here comes the Raven offense now, ready for another possession. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that, and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team, and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Gone! 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 Detroit! Detroit! Lucky 56! Lucky 56! All right, here we go. 3-19! 3-19! Detroit! Detroit!
On 2nd down, Collins. And he'll find a little space. He gets us up near the 10. And he's able to get most of what he needed on the carry there. 7 yards on the gain. And it's 3rd and 2 now.
Gone! 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 Gone!
To throw is Jackson. Buying time to his left. And that is incomplete.
Sometimes it's just not your day. There's another failure right there on third down.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on fourth down. They're going for it. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they're going to get the first down here across the 15-yard line. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on fourth.
It's 4th and 2, and you know the defense is going to stack the line of scrimmage, so you have to be definite about your decision about where to go.
Escaping the pressure right. Now a desperation throw deep downfield, and that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Jackson to throw again. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left. What a difference a week makes. Last week he hit on over 80% of his passes. This week he's down under 50%. What do you see as the difference?
Well, I think we're used to seeing a drop. If someone's over 80%, they're not going to hold that number, not in this league. But a drop under 50%, that just tells me that the defense has spent a lot of extra time on game films and came up with a really good plan to try and chip away this timing.
And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining. They have not gotten him going at all. Tried to spark something there with a longer throw, unable to complete it.
But you have to keep trying. He's one of their best playmakers. No matter what it says on the scoreboard, you're always trying to get him the football.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on fourth down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Here we go. It's Jackson on fourth down. He's going to let it fly. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked up by Justin Reed. And he's going to go down as time has now run out on this game. Their goal from the start was to at least finish 500. This loss, however, guarantees a losing record.
And that can't leave a good taste in anyone's mouth. You talk about front office, ownership, coaches, players, everyone. 8-8 is the minimum for any team to think that they had a decent year. Now, a losing season, hard to spin that one.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. From Southern California, so long, everybody.